But it's just sent straight from Philly. Philly MC said they want that smoke, so we're gonna see what y'all got. Meek Mill, you know, you ain't got nothing but air.
Point in my life, like, we all grew up in the streets, and we try to be better, but they labeled us felons, sent us back to jail. I had to fight against that the whole time.
Where would you be right now if you were just Meek Mill, who nobody knew, if you didn't have all these powerful people who raised your case up and made people...
I would be in prison.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you.
They offered him a road to success. But what he received was a carefully hidden snare presented as opportunity. Tonight, we strip away the layers of Diddy's so-called guidance and expose how it collided with the breakdown of one of Philadelphia's brightest figures. This isn't ordinary industry politics. It's an examination of power, influence, and the fallout when control feeds on vulnerability. Meek Mill wasn't chosen by chance. He was approached at his weakest point. Freshly released from...
You gotta deal with what he gotta deal with based on the relationship him and Puff had. Dressing alike, being cozy, Puff calling him daddy, saying little innuendos to him. People are looking at that and saying Meek Mill is wrong for saying no Diddy. But you can't tell a man how to spend his money and how to make love to his wife. This happened a long time ago, but they recently just made a statement that they found loads of cocaine. I wonder what they did with the cocaine, because they didn't turn it over to the police. They said they found loads of cocaine, razor blades. They said that the sheets were bloody, nasty. They found a whole lot of used condoms. And it was a Diddy party.
Gene Deal doesn't speak carelessly, especially when someone who operated inside the bad boy empire starts issuing warnings about repercussions. He isn't referring to missed appointments or messy paperwork. He's highlighting the true cost Meek Mill paid for moving too close to a structure built to take advantage of vulnerability, where opportunity was never truly free, only strategically masked. The pattern became impossible to dismiss on May 3, 2014, when Diddy spent $25,000 to reserve the Parisian Palace in Las Vegas for Meek's 27th birthday. To outsiders, it looked like generosity.
That Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion, listen here, man. My dudes in Philly, I got some real strong dudes in Philly. They don't play that shit. And they probably embarrassed for the fact to see that Meek Mill's one of the street guys that came out of there, and you trying to fit into something, get you. These guys never set out to do all this shit. Meek Mills, when he got into the game, he didn't set out to be...
Gene's response said everything. This wasn't surprise. It was confirmation of what industry insiders had whispered for years but seldom said aloud. When someone who has witnessed the darkest sides of the business describes an event as deeply disturbing, it signals that boundaries were breached far beyond what the public could comprehend. That night wasn't meant to honor Meek. It was meant to weaken him. He was supposed to represent Philadelphia's strength, yet he became a warning of what occurs when Vulnerability
If he's in a act that he could give him a Grammy, what kind of power, who he doing, or what he know that he could get that done? That's some kind of spooky shit, bruh. No disrespect. That's real spooky. If he could promise somebody. And good thing the kid didn't believe him, because if the kid wouldn't believe him, he might have got his booty hole tore up. So my whole thing about it is, listen here, man. He has to have some real power, but he showed us his power. Remember at the BET Awards? Remember when they was trying to go to commercial? And he said, nah, we're not going. Whoever done that, bruh? Whoever stopped what was said? But the kid said, he told him, this is somebody I admire. This is somebody you got high aspirations for, that you want to be like. Look and see what he doing. This is what you should be doing too.
Philadelphia's discomfort wasn't rooted in bias. It came from recognition. The city could see one of its own being strategically outmaneuvered, built on intuition, awareness, and an acute sense of shifting power, fully recognized when someone's strength.
He'll pay us $1 million right quick, or $300,000, whatever, if he wants stuff to go away. And, you know, I'm sure those insurance companies that he has that mainly, y'all don't know, is the one that be paying those things out. I try to educate y'all on, is usually your company insurance companies that pay them out and make the decisions when you have the business insurance, or the businesses, you have the different type of insurance that make you pay out the thing. Because by the time you have all the different lawyers and stuff involved, it's just as quick to settle a case. So that's unfortunately is what's happening in the puppy. Everybody's gonna come out of the woodworks. So I'm not trying to say that he don't deserve any of these lawsuits. I don't believe about Meek Mills. I'm a Meek Mill fan. I don't know what happened. I noticed when he talked about it though, Meek Mills didn't deny it. Like I said, I don't want to believe that that is true, but I am one of those like y'all. When I don't say, you motherfucking crazy, I ain't never did no like that. Then it's usually some smoke with that fire. And so I'm not up here saying Meek Mills was involved in that thing. I'm not saying Usher.
This is the silent truth of the industry. People aren't shattered by force. They're shaped through obligation. Convince someone they owe you everything, and they'll withstand pressures they would have never accepted on their own. In that space, success often arrives at the cost of the very identity that created it. Meek's public struggles weren't accidental. They were intentional. Inside the Diddy circle, his unraveling served a function. He wasn't only a victim. He became a demonstration. Later accounts suggested his experience was used as a caution to others.
To find out why his name is being tied in with the Diddy allegations. Back in February, Diddy was sued by a former employee for assault. The lawsuit included redacted names, and fans believe that Meek Mill was one of those names. The lawsuit was filed by Rodney Jones, and he alleges that Diddy told him he had relations with an unnamed rapper. The footnote of the lawsuit claims that that rapper is from Philadelphia and dated Nicki Minaj. At the time, Meek Mill tweeted denying the allegations that they were talking about him. He denied being gay or doing any drugs, and he made multiple tweets about this, completely denying that he had any sort of personal relations with Diddy in that way. Now, many months later, as Diddy is still being investigated, Meek put out another tweet. He says, "I want to hire an investigative team, $100,000.
Putting my life like, we all grew up in the streets, and we try to be better, but they labeled us felons, sent us back to jail. I had to fight against that the whole time."
A portrait of what compliance looks like, wrapped in the illusion of opportunity. The psychology is exact. If someone of Meek's stature could be reshaped, why push back? His visibility normalized control, turning apparent success into a quiet warning for anyone entering the system. That Grammy promise wasn't limited to Lil Rod. It was a strategy repeated time and again. The approach was simple yet precise. Offer status, validation, and access, then discreetly secure moments of concession to ensure loyalty and compliance. What appeared to be opportunity was actually leverage. Ambition was converted into obligation. And success became a tightly managed transaction, showing someone that others have already been compromised isn't persuasion. It's psychological pressure, meant to make resistance feel pointless and pull them.
I would wonder if he's white or black. And if I'm looking at any black guys that are A-listers that's bigger than Diddy, there's only one that I could come up with. And there's a few I can come up with. Will Smith, he's bigger than Diddy. I would think Nick Cannon is bigger than Diddy. Who else on the black that are black actors or black in the business that's an A-lister that's bigger than Diddy is black? That's hard to think. But then if you got the A-listers, you know, you got to realize he ran with that black, that Rat Pack. And I don't even say their names, but they said I got their names wrong last time. What's his name? Kushner? What's the other guy? Leonardo? Yeah, his name. Man, I don't keep up with these cats. But I heard that that's not only the
into the same structure. Meek wasn't singled out for personal reasons. He was turned into a warning. Part of a calculated pattern. Exploit vulnerability, create obligation, and use that leverage to shape the next target.